Hey there football fans, welcome to Goalside. Before we start, don't forget to participate in our lottery for a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel, and write the hidden message you'll find later in the video in the comments. Good luck! He is one of, if not the best footballer of all times. Winning the Ballon d'Or 6 times in his career, nobody took home more golden balls than Lionel Messi, a man who won everything with Barcelona multiple times. But something has happened recently. Lionel Messi stopped producing his magic. At least, he didn't produce it quite as we're used to of him. He went scoreless in 4 consecutive outings, something that's happened to him only once in his career before. While this speaks volumes about Messi's unmatched consistency, it also shows a problem reoccurring lately. He hasn't been able to score as much. So, what happened? Well, first of all, Barcelona made a big change in the middle of the season. Quique Setien replaced Ernesto Valverde as the club manager and immediately made some changes to the playstyle. Setien demands his team to play with the ball even more than before, which means that the opponents are usually defending deeper down the pitch, clogging up spaces and lanes for the Argentinian. While Valverde used to rely on counter-attacks here and there, Setien is having none of it. For example, Barcelona's La Liga win over Atletico Madrid was produced after Lionel Messi pulled the ball in the counter-attack, and in a wondrous feat, scored past Jan Oblak. This will almost never happen with the new manager, as Barca rarely have an opportunity to catch the opponent off guard. On the other hand, it's not just the managerial change that mixed things up for Messi. Luis Suarez suffered an injury almost exactly when Setien arrived, which left Barca without a single typical number 9 in the team. This is a big blow, especially for Messi, who likes playing with a striker in front of him as a number 10. Him and Suarez have a perfect understanding on the pitch, leading to tons of goals produced with their combination. The Argentinian usually uses his Uruguayan teammate as a wall he can play off of, leading to some great positions to take the shot near the edge of the area. So looking at the new manager and Suarez's injury, it's understandable that Messi's productivity took a hit for the worse. But is there a silver lining? As you'd expect, there's always a silver lining when we're talking about the greatest player ever. Playing deeper than ever in his career, the magical Argentinian managed to make some unforgettable assists for his teammates. So he noted down 6 assists in total in the 4 consecutive matches where he didn't score. This includes an assist hat-trick against Betis, including a wonder pass for Frenkie de Jong, who scored the opening goal of the match, while Sergio Busquets and Clément Lenglet were the other 2 goal scorers after Messi's passes. Messi himself is pleased playing under Quique Setien, as he himself confirmed talking to Mundo Deportivo recently. He gives me a lot of freedom. Sometimes, as in the Bilbao Cup game, I had to play as a false 9 to try to have superiority, sometimes starting from the outside, but everyone always gives me enough freedom to create superiority and to attack well. The main goal for Messi is now winning the Champions League with Barcelona, as the club hasn't been able to repeat the glorious feat since 2015 when Neymar played at the club. It seems that part of the reason for Messi's assumed unhappiness at the Blaugrana recently is due to the fact that the Catalans weren't able to bring in Neymar in the summer. It's no secret whatsoever that Messi is desperate to play with his Brazilian friend again, and he's pushing the board to make the signing. It seemed like the duo could reunite for this season, but in the end, the deal fell through due to Paris Saint-Germain's 2 big demands. However, the board will have to have another go at signing Neymar. Messi isn't quitting the idea of playing with one of his best friends at Barca once again, as he confirmed just about a month ago. I said it many times, at the sports level, Ney is one of the best in the world, and I would love him to return. He was a very happy person. He was always happy. He had fun both on and off the court. He made the dressing room enjoy it. It is normal for people to see him that way because of the way he left. It also bothered me at the time. We tried to convince him not to. But in the end, we all want to win and have the best. We and the people. As I said before, he is one of the best and contributed us a lot on the field. But it is understandable that people think like that since he left in a way he did not like. Reading through these lines, it's hard not to notice that one of Messi's biggest wishes on the pitch is that Neymar returns, regardless of the manager. Some evil tongues will say that he's the one running the club's transfer policy, and while this doesn't make any sense, there have been some minor dabs between the sporting director, Eric Abidal, and Messi recently. In fact, in one of his rare public outbursts, the Argentinian called out Abidal because the former Barca left-back called out some players for not working hard, not naming them. Messi did not like this claim at all, responding that Abidal should have explicitly named the players at fault and not throw the whole team under the bus. The president allegedly spying on the team and spreading negative propaganda about the players on Twitter was the icing on the cake, and the season at Barca would probably be wasted already if there wasn't for Messi's magic. So even though he entered a small crisis, things seem to be getting back on track for Messi. He ended the 4-match scoreless drought with a symbolic 4 goals past Eibar, and although he wasn't able to convert a couple of great opportunities against Real Madrid, Messi did score the match winner from the penalty spot against Real Sociedad the next week, retaking the top of the table for his club and leading them through thick and thin for who knows which time in his career. When we're talking about Lionel Messi, we always must put things into perspective. More than any footballer ever, he's facing the biggest expectations anyone has ever faced. So even though many will say he's a crisis in 2020, there are still some astonishing facts to say otherwise. He scored 19 goals in La Liga so far in 21 appearances, while noting down 12 assists to go with it too. This puts him on top of both categories, clearly showing he's still by far the king of La Liga, and nobody even comes close. Not only that, but Messi is statistically still unmatched in Europe, the only player in the top 5 leagues to get in double digits with both goals and assists in the domestic league is Jadon Sancho, but even he's far away, as he scored just 13 goals compared to Messi's 19 and managed 11 assists. We could talk about Messi's superiority all day, backing it up with statistics and facts, but what separates the Argentinian isn't the incredible statistics numbers, it's watching him. The way he moves and dribbles is unlike anything we've ever seen. That's why the performances such as the one against Los Blancos in El Clasico are so worrying. Nobody wants to lose Messi at his peak, as we are all used to watching him at his best. The standout moment of El Clasico actually happened in the second half, as Frenkie de Jong took the ball, played a perfect through ball for Lionel Messi, who was seemingly running towards Thibaut Courtois for a one-on-one. However, the Brazilian fullback Marcelo caught up with the Argentinian out of nowhere, denying him an opportunity to score for Barca in the biggest match in Europe. This was unusual, not just because Messi didn't convert a solid chance, but because Marcelo caught up with him in pace. So the critics were in full force after the match, proclaiming Messi as a finished player. But once again, we have to look at some underlying numbers behind the Argentinians' performances this season. With injuries from Ousmane Dembele and Luis Suarez, he is basically forced to play every match in the starting 11 with no room for rest unless a catastrophic injury occurs. With the Barca icon aging, some rest is necessary, with Messi celebrating his 33rd birthday this summer. Given that Messi is constantly compared to his biggest rival, Cristiano Ronaldo, it would be interesting to compare the two. So for example, when Ronaldo was a 33-year-old, he played just 27 league matches for the Madrid club in La Liga, far less than Lionel Messi this season, who is on pace to finish with more than 30 La Liga outings under his belt. Additionally, the Argentinian participated in Copa America last summer with his country, where they dropped out in the semi-final to Brazil, where Messi was spent, both emotionally and physically. He's about to have the same adventure again this summer, as another Copa America will take place in Argentina. These days, Messi gets almost no rest at all, and ironically, it's at this age that he needs it more than ever. One of Quique Setien's main tasks will be saving up Messi's energy for the end of the season, when the most important matches take place, as the Argentinian is a cornerstone for any potential success at Blaugrana, regardless of all the crisis surrounding the Catalan giant.